Hi, welcome back. In my last video, we talked about Kubernetes parallel job. The main challenge is that every pod receives the same template. So your application has to have a way to prevent multiple workers from processing the same task. We also looked at using a Kafka topic for that, but that's a complex solution. If you don't want that kind of complexity, then you can think about using index jobs. As you can see here, in this job specifications we have completion parallelism fields, and also we set the completion mode as indexed. So that means this job is considered as index job. Index job is a special kind of parallel job. So every pod receives a unique index value. So that means Kubernetes injects the pod's completion index value to every pod. So here we have 5 pods. Each pod receives a unique value. The first pod receives 0, the second pod receives 1, the third pod receives 2, and so on. So let's say you have an image processing job, and then you have 5 images, and then you want the first pod to process the first image, second pod to process the second image. Means then you can simply inject the job completion index value as an environment variable to your job, and then you can use that variable and then derive the right image name and then process it. um, as you can see here in this diagram, we have 5 pods. Each pod receives a unique index value. So the first pod receives 0, second pod receives 1. So that means we need to add the logic in this container to use the index value and derive the right image name and then process it. Hope that was clear. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.